Hello people, this is Ryder here with the page through of IVE's third mini album, or what they call it, the third EP, IVE Empathy Digipack version. I just got this in. It is April 3rd. I made Drake and get these 2 weeks ago, and I wanted him to ship it right away, but then he had to pay off his stuff. So we finally I finally told him to do it now, or do it last week. Yeah. But at the cost of me getting my Dorn changer. Because basically shipping this out and shipping the Dorn changer was the same price. And obviously for the sake of this, this was for the thumbnail. Because I couldn't actually stack the three. I couldn't actually stack them all together and such. So I filmed a short. I'm going to probably try putting it up by Saturday. But because I'm just like, you know what, I'll sacrifice filming a small segment for the unboxing spectacular and just do it as a short, just because as a continuation, like to be an actual continuation off of this, as opposed to Whiplash, where there technically was not a well, stay tuned, even though I did film it, but it was just, there is technically one, but not just of what is like an actual like stay tuned. So yeah, I actually did get all 6 members, which is nice because this was pricey. They were $14 a piece off of Dealco, obviously via buy. So yeah, I was taking the gamble with that, and obviously Zerkin was like, "Why the heck? Are you sure you want me to pay this much for this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm confident." Just because I think within that week I didn't have much to get, because so I originally, also alongside this, I originally was going to get the Gob's photo card from Got Boost, but then the seller backed out and obviously did the like, well, this is ordered due to seller convenience, which basically is like they backed out and wanted to upcharge it. They either want to upcharge it or just don't trust that it's going to buy. So I'm gonna have to find another listing for that. So I just, like, because either way, this had to get shipped out by itself. So yeah, obviously this is the Digipack version. We have each of the 6 members, or we have all of the members. Gao. I'm trying. Yujin, Ray, Wonyeon, Liz, and Liso. I know these 2 are getting blocked off by the glare accessory, but these are a lot smaller than I was, and thinner than I was anticipating. But then again, I never got a Digipack in a while because SM doesn't do them anymore. But I mean, the Starship Digipacks are definitely interesting and such. So they all have the same spine, IVE 30p, IVE Empathy on both sides. I just did not know that the back, or the top and bottom, are the same, or the blank, but the backs actually, we'll look at the front first, but the back actually has a different quote, which is actually pretty cool. And as you can see from here, this is technically the price I got it for, printed in soy ink yet again. But yeah, I really do like these quotes that are that separate each one, and that actually do match each member. So you can read that. I already read that when I was switching out batteries, because I think the batteries are kind of getting at a concerning point for sure where they're immediately draining. So maybe Striker and I are gonna have to unfortunately fork getting another battery or two for $35. Oh, this one's put upside down. And Liz, I've been forgetting to mention the members, even though I already went through them. Oh jeez. Gao, Gao, Yujin, Ray, Wanyan, and then Lisu. No, it's Liso. If it's so, then it would have been OO, but it's EO. And obviously I'm referring to like Sohyun and such, or like Soul. But Gao is kind of like just the one that like tongue twists me and such. So let's open these up one by one. We'll actually put them over here so I actually have armed space. Obviously the goal is to hopefully try to get everyone in terms of cards. That's why oh jeez. That's why I added those additional 6 slots to my card binder the last time we went through it, because I want to complete this set. We'll try not to spoil, obviously, but yeah, it's pretty thin overall. I think we kind of know who we got as a poster. Oh, okay. So I think the inside's the same, but for the most part, we just get this envelope. Okay, no, we don't get to spoil who we got. Okay, that's cool. Empathy. I was like, what is it? No, I think this is... No, this is our poster, actually. I wonder if it gets indicated by the color. I don't know if that captured. I don't know if that was me or outside, but this is really pretty. I really like that overall. So, the card has to be in here somewhere. Yeah. I really like this look for her. I'm not over this, honestly. But, let's... yeah, I'm wearing the cardigan with pockets again. So, let's try not to spoil... our card. So, alright. So, this is basically the lyric booklet. And I think it has more pictures than what was present in the photo book. But it might be the case where it's just the same photos, just individualized. But yeah, obviously I don't really have any updates in regards to like, oh, like I've actually heard this song or that song. I just kind of know, I think at this point, just because for the sake of April Fools, I decided to just for a day play. Okay, this is the same. I decided just to play through Starship. Did not realize how much of a tongue twister that would potentially be. It was definitely interesting. The only song I really introduced myself to was Off the Record. So I've been kind of like listening to a lot of that, or listening to that a lot. But other than that, I know TKO and Flu got added to the game. I don't really know how they sound though. But yeah, this is a pretty simple booklet. I think most of these pictures are new. But yeah, so it's this and the photo card obviously are random. They're not guaranteed. So obviously I'm gonna hope that we get 4 out of the 6 at least. And we have Ray for the mini poster technically. So that's a nice start. And then for the photo card, because the camera's gonna die. Photo card for Gao is Wanyan yet again. Okay, so yeah, it seems like Starship doesn't do signatures, so I'm not in. I'm not going crazy, or that's not just a US exclusive thing. So Garu is done. So we are 1 of 1. Actually, we would just photo X that. Eugen. Hopefully I can. Okay, I wish there was an easier way of doing this without, like, you know, because again, this is this kind of box is like flimsy, so like, you know, ripping the plastic obviously is gonna kind of ruin it if you do it too harshly, because like, you know, you're like squishing it. So I want there to be an easier way, but I just don't think there is. So I mean, at least in this case we can just look through them individually still. Let's put one gun back there. Again, yeah, so they all seem to be, this seems to be the same. The disc is the same. The photo card is randomly placed. I mean, I guess it's at least good then that we don't get to be spoiled by who it is. But other than that, these should be quick. Did we already go? This is not purple. That doesn't look purple. I don't remember if we went through her hair in the last one. Yeah, okay, I remember this picture. Yeah, because I was going to say, all the photo book pictures of her is just... Or all the pictures in the photo book of her is just her cutting her bangs. But now here, it's like actually like post haircut, because she doesn't have the bangs anymore. Well, that's appreciated. I'm just reading the lyrics for this because like, I'm like, there's like a lot of, there's like just half an English sentence in there. Forgot, we can look at the concepts. Okay, this is Liso. So that's nice. I know like we're keeping these ones in and like we're keeping the cards out, but it's just consistency. The photo card is Liso. Wow, we got a Liso set. So that's okay, that's cool. One of them has to be that. Can we get through Ray before the camera wants to die? um, I don't want to get into like, oh, I'm definitely not gonna get this person. But I feel like, okay, like, I at least want to have a complete set of like who I actually pull. Because again, for example, if we don't get Liz, for example, as the battery exhaust, that's suspicious. This is now like somehow at 85% when it was at 14%. So that means it's definitely gonna drain. But like if we get Liz, for example, or if we don't get Liz, for example, I would prefer if I mean, technically it'd be easier for like to just get one or the other instead of having to try to track down both. Like that's like reasonable. Like not concept. Okay, I think that was me this time. But why did I forget the word? But I mean, that's me in general now. I forget like the most common words now. But it's technically, I think it would technically be easier just to like find. I think, I don't know. I haven't looked. I don't plan on to until after all of this is done, because I need to. I mean, technically, I still want to try to get some stuff off of Macari, Japan, but I think I find it funny. I don't know if I talked about it, Ray, but like, I think Ray is technically the first member of IVE I knew, but I didn't realize. I'll hear murmurs about Ray because of her fondness of Joy, but that's kind of it. But then like, um, I don't know. It's just kind of funny, like looking back on like certain conversations. I'm like, wait, what the heck? When was Ray here? She was here this entire time. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? It took me 2 years to realize who Ray is. That's sad. Um, I feel like it's just the lighting. I think the lighting is probably making the white background is just making the the black look purple. I'm just looking at these like positions. They're pretty interesting. Like I never heard of fan marketing, and I think video is just like YouTube. I don't think we actually looked at this close up, so I apologize. But okay. All right. So could this be our first duplicate? Yep, please so. We're keeping that out. Our photo card, on the other hand. Yo! Or, I don't know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for constantly being wrong. I don't know why I constantly getting tongue twisted by just like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I don't, maybe like, it's just because I don't actually have like the, I don't know where I'm going with that. But I don't know, I'm trying. Cause like even like when like my sister showed me after, like, because I told her that was the last, like one of the last few like that was like the last title track I needed to see of them. And like we're just talking about like, oh, like, so she was asking me like, oh, so like who do you like out of IVE? And I told her Liz, and she's like, yeah. Oh jeez. Sorry. But like she was like, I was like yeah, that makes sense, because like she would talk about like my sister would just talk about how underrated she is and such. So like obviously I got introduced to Liz just because of Nobody, so but then I was like mention, because like my sister said like, yeah, that I'm the same too, but also like Wonyeon and such, which I was actually surprised by. Oh, there's a cutout. But and then I was trying to mention Gaoru. like I was just telling my sister just how much I'm struggling just trying to like pronounce her name. Wonyeon's gonna be the one that's gonna give us a duplicate, isn't it? Wonyeon's gonna give us a duplicate. I don't need to put them in my pocket because the backs are the exact same. I'm gonna say this is Yujin. But yeah, cause like I mean, I feel like I feel the need I need to address my like reaction of pulling her last time, just because it might seem disingenuous, but like in my opinion, it's just more of like she's the one. I know this is kind of weird of saying, but like Wonyeon's like the one I knew the least of, so I was just not off-put in a way of like, oh, okay. But again, it's just kind of the thing of like with these like first polls, I always just end up either pulling like my favorite member or the most desired cards, and the path was most desired cards. But I'm pretty sure because this is the Digipack, I'm pretty sure just because this is a like more mass release, this will be more common to like get and such. So I don't think this card of hers is going to be as expensive as like the US exclusive one. Did we get Ray again? Oh my gosh, what the heck? Alright, so like so far, okay, we're like 2 for 2. We're getting the only 2, so we're gonna get like half of them at this point. Alright, but the card has to be different. I'm not gonna be surprised. Gao. Okay. Gao. Gao. Cause like obviously I don't want to sound cause like I don't want to say it as cause I'm more cause then like I think in my head I'm like thinking like, oh, I'm seeing, cause I'm trying to like end it with an L and such as opposed to O or an R kind of thing, but I'm gonna guess. I don't know. I feel like Yujin has to show up. I don't think Liz will. Liz is definitely not gonna show up. Oh jeez. Like, I mean, it will be like pretty funny if like this was an entire Liz set, but like we have not had that at all. But again, Eugen, oh jeez, whoops, I accidentally touched the disc. Oh, whoops, we spoiled who that was. Oh wait, I shouldn't have done that, that's weird. What am I doing? Again, And like, I really do. I think I don't think anyone is gonna disagree that like this like blonde really suits Liz. Like, I did like her like purple hair and for Switch. I've switched. Again, I'm more synergized with Liz being with her hair dyed, even though technically I think when her hair was black, that was technically dyed too. I don't know. This is a nice picture. Have all of them had this? I have not paid attention. That is unfortunate. I should show this off too. Once I finally decided to actually change the layout of my phone, even though it's like not even, it's like no duh. So, I'll censor that. I've had them. I switched between Wendy and Ning Ning from the SM 30th album, and obviously to keep that consistency, I have Liz. For Liz is kind of similar. It's not exactly white, but yeah. This one's at least new. Go. Thank you for showing up. Watch this be her photo card. She's probably gonna be the one we're gonna pull the most. I need to learn how to trade. Oh, whoops. Hopefully we can finish this before the camera or the battery dies again. Again, hopefully this is our 4 out of 6. Hopefully. We need a 4 out of 6. I would prefer for that. Just for my sake, so I can do less work on myself. Okay. Did I mention last time that, like, I don't know if I said last time, like, oh, this is the first time she dyed her hair? Because I think I was wrong on that. I feel like this is the first time it was, like, severe. It's, like, a severe, like, notice. But, yeah, I did not realize, I think it was, like, I mean, it was, like, a few weeks ago I realized in Love Dive, her hair was red. But I think it was just because you barely got to see her, and so you can't really tell that her hair is red unless it was lighting. But again, the purple hair is really nice. I think it comes off better in Rebel Heart, just because in Attitude she barely gets to show up. Oh, the track list is here too. Eugen or Liz are not going to show up, but watch this be Eugen and Liz, but it's not. It's our third least. No, third? No. Watch this be a least soapbox. feel like this should be the easiest trade to do. Oh. Oh my gosh. This is... So we technically pulled 4 members. Yeah, so we did not pull Eugen or Liz. Ray, we did not pull her photo card, but we pulled her postcard. So, okay. So Lisa was our common for these stuff as the battery dies off. Cool. I just took a quick picture of like which card I got and what version and such. Just like, look, I don't mind my luck streak going down because genuinely sometimes it does get concerning, honestly, in my opinion. I know that's not a thing I should really be concerned about, but at the same time, it's just like again, like, stuff like this happening to me should not be a constant. That, like, cause it's scary. Because I think I looked at other people's, and yeah, other people get 2 separate cards. They don't get 2 cards of the same member. So I'm like, yeah, that is scary. It still kind of sucks that this was bent, but like, yeah, other than that, I never really looked into more about these, or into this card specifically, because all I did was just, what are you, I mean, I ended up getting distracted and looking into Love Dive, but, I mean, I guess, like, getting half is not too bad, but, I need to situate this, because no way I'm gonna keep 3 copies of the same card, so I'm definitely gonna have to try to find a way. I'm definitely going to do some research, and probably, I need to ask permission too, but I might actually consider trying to do, like, I'm not, like, I mean, in general, I should probably actually start to open trades, because, I mean, for the sake of the 10th anniversary, but, even though it's a weird thing to advertise, but also just so that I don't have to buy these, because again, like, I have the exact amount, and I think there should still be people out there, because again, I have a lot, I mean, I have some extras of, like, stuff, of, like, Red Velvet stuff, but, I don't, I think my time is up for that. I don't know. I know it's a lot of work, but, like, again, I'm willing to go through the effort of trying to make it work. So again, this video will come out in 2026, I think. So, like, I don't know. Maybe I'll actually use my Instagram for something. I don't know. For the most part, I'll try to figure something out. Because, like, I mean, again, I'm not upset. Like I said before, throughout the lineage of this entire series, I've been super lucky for the most part with my polls. and I get what I like would want, or like, you know, like, it's easy enough for me just to like go back and pick pick up what's missing. But like, obviously, because this is six versions of the same thing. Yeah, of course I was gonna. Of course, this was kind of inevitable and such. And again, like, I don't mind it. Like, it's generally like, I'm kind of glad that I finally can get to this point now, because like, again, watching through a lot of other people's like openings on albums, like, of course they go through the case of like where sometimes they end up pulling the same member and such, and it's like, I like, weirdly enough, throughout the 5 years I've been filming this series, I never really ran into that much. Besides, like, I had like really one occurrence, like one or two occurrences with that. Obviously, the last one just being earlier this year with Cosmic, just because of the copy that my sister got me and such. But weirdly enough, this is actually a case where um, this is weirdly a case where I was basically in the same range of members per per inclusion and such, because we only got these three third photo cards, and we basically only got these two through the mini posters, and then like Ray and such. So I don't know. I find that absolutely funny and such. So like, again, like, I'm not. I feel like I need to express that. Express that. Obviously, I don't. I This is all for like fun and such. It's just like, I, you know, it's just like, for 5 years doing this series, is like, thank gosh we've got to this point and such. I think the other thing I wanted to get into was just like, I think, I mean, after I complete all of this, I'm basically done collecting empathy, because I'm not going super completionist in, because I just, you know, I just wanted pictures of from this concept and such. I don't know which, like, I've already said earlier, I plan on at least diving into Love Dive, or I want to go back and get Love Dive, but I think after that, I think that might be it. Even though I should technically try to look into getting a version of Switch, but I don't know what version I want to go for, honestly, just because the Switch concept photos don't really gravitate me as much, and plus, this is for Noun Dash Ryder. I technically got this a few days ago. Oops. I got this set of cards a few days ago. So I already do own Switch era, or I've switched era photos, even though they're just very limited years old. Like, yeah, like, I already own these. Like, I don't know, whatever. I guess whatever version has these photos, I guess. I think that's what I'll probably go for. This is, I know it's a photoshopped, and this is photoshopped, but yeah, or the Ascentio, or yeah, Ascentio pictures. Maybe. I think this is Liso. I think this is Liz. Man. Yeah, like, or I might go for whatever picture has these and such. I don't know. But I feel like, because I really like Heya, so for me, it doesn't really make sense. Whoa. What is... Oh, I'm scratching the card. Whoops. But like for me, it just kind of doesn't really make sense of not picking anything up from this era because I really like the title track. So I don't know, but like right now, yeah, what the heck? Yeah, this is. I mean, the quality is kind of alright for the most part. I feel like these cards definitely feel a lot cheaper than the 2 card sets I got from this seller and such. Again, this is all for Noun Dash Ryder about. I mean, basically, it's the Earth Day special. As I kind of retitled it to be. Because originally it was going to be April Fool's, but then I kind of had a lot on my plate for April Fool's. So I'm just like, you know what, we're going to make it an Earth Day special, because it's basically the same conclusion. I know we're talking about something else, but I'm just talking about like how I would rather. Oops. Yep, his leg is broken. That's just. His leg broke, so that's fun. But I just showed those off because just to in case I don't ever get around to like getting a Switch album. But if I were, then I'm gonna get it off of Choice Music whenever Super Junior has their 20th album. I'll probably get whatever version they have, and then I'll probably pick up a Love Dive, maybe a Switch, and I don't know. I still need to get Irene's albums. I finally listened to Baby Not Baby. I really like it. But so I need to get a version of that. I think I might go for 2 versions, like the photo book with the 3 panels and then the sticker sheet. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to really like severely need to catch up on, because again, I'm at the point where I've already reiterated this before, but I mean, I still want to at least get one Baby Monster album, but I'll probably get it at Barnes the next time I go to Barnes and Noble. But other than that, like, there's not. I'm at the point where I'm really trying to like hold back on like what I really want to collect, so then I don't, cause like I think having the like gotta collect it all mentality for like, especially with like with groups that you don't feel super connected with, it could feel, it's kind of overall daunting. So uh I'm just trying to cut down on like, okay, I really like these pictures, I'll get it, and such, even though it technically should be the other way around, of like, it's either I really like you know, Baby Monster's case, I really like their first album and such, but I'm not too familiar with the pictures, but I still want the album regardless. But in the case of here, the battery exhausted, that's just great. I promise this will be the last part. But in the case like with Empathy, I really like the pictures, and I really like Attitude. I have not really heard a lot of IVE B-sides. I can't say a lot. I have not heard IVE B-sides in general. So but I don't know when that'll get fixed. Probably I don't know. Other than that, Yeah, don't be surprised if the next page through will be Baby Monster. I don't know which. I think I will probably just go for the photo book version. I don't know if I'm gonna go with the jewel case one. But other than that, yeah, all I have to do is page through. This is Ryder and I'll leave people. I guess because again, this is a 2026 video at this point. Potentially. Don't be surprised if you actually see any progress, or if you do or don't see any progress on what I did with my triplet of Galus, Galus, or my two Lisos. No, that's Ray. My single Ray and my two Lisos. I'm surprised we did not get a 1-yun. Obviously, I know I said we were just going to end it, but I think obviously, I don't know, it's actually kind of interesting just to kind of see that. I guess it's the same batch. So I think it's like per 6 batch, it's like, okay, put one in and such. As opposed to like, I don't know, because like you would assume that each member is their own like SKU, essentially. So like, I don't know. That's probably not the case. Just because these are all the same version, they just have different. It's just literally a different. Oh, I mean, like I at least appreciate here the booklet is like actually different. Oh, jeez, my cards are gonna fall. But yeah, I'll stop now. I apologize, but I'll keep saying this. But you know, thank you to everyone that's been actually supporting this new up not restart, but like the return of this series. Like I appreciate all of the new viewers that are coming in and just like sharing their time with like each like album that's getting opened and such like that. It's really wholesome and I really appreciate it. So